Hello, and welcome to a showcasing of yet another very powerful Genuine Healing private session with your hosts, me, Marvin Schneider.
And be Jenuine. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jen. Thanks to the audience for tuning in again. We've got quite a few of these private sessions coming off the lot, and here's another great example of it. And again, we're making this available to those on a pay-per-view basis because this private session is very targeted, very specific, and very beneficial to a segment of the population. Jen, why don't you introduce the nature of the session?
So the session was a gift for each other on relationships, but any person who is an adult child of an alcoholic, ACOA, which is the euphemism or the words, will understand that this is going to help so many people who never took a drink in their life but feel the effects of being the child of an alcoholic. It affects, and even if your parents, it could help any relationship, because even if your parents weren't alcoholics, somewhere down the line these same situations are affecting you, being
All
an
right.
adult child of an alcoholic.
Okay. So let me back up a little bit because you ran
Yeah.
through that at a million miles. Okay. So this was a private healing session with a couple that we know that are part of the Genuine Healing community. And the private healing session as a couple was their Christmas gift or their holiday gift to each other.
Yep.
And in the process of conducting the private session, which you quite literally just got off,
Yeah.
um, the nature of the private session went into um, removing engrams and energy and stagnant energy in relation to adult children of alcoholics' parents, right? And
Right.
so, okay,
So with these specific sessions that I've been doing, they are an upgrade, because before I even have the session, all I knew from them is their background, from what I know, which is very little. But I knew that they wanted a relation to improve the relationship. That's all I knew. And then I tune in to do research on what needs to be done, and it automatically takes me to adult children of alcoholics. And there's like 25 traits or something that adult children of alcoholics have that are universal, and you see them in me, Marvin. The desperate need for approval, the fear of abandonment, the confusion, the frustration, the the perceiving normal is a boring, and creating dramas, turn up drama, all these different things. It happens. It happens to people whose parents were stinking drunks.
mm. So, and the unfortunate reality is that there are a lot of adult children of alcoholics out there. And, as much as there is traditional therapy for that, what you're offering is you go way deeper. You're
Yeah.
almost scalpeling, if that's the right word, out the stagnant energy related to their, their their childhood circumstance through no fault of their own.
Well, yes, and if you think about it, this behavior, this confusion of fear and love being mixed, danger and love, and safety and fear for your life are all immersed. So it becomes confusing because it happens in the brain before the child can even develop or articulate what it is. So a baby doesn't know, wow, this is fear, this isn't love. It interprets and mangles it into this big cluster. And so that's what we're untangling. And each person may be different, but there's some universal things that we are stripping away from this couple that would be universal and helps billions of people, I'm sure.
I have a question for you. Is this one of those issues that unfortunately a lot of people are afflicted with that isn't necessarily related to past life engrams? I mean, is this simply a matter of being born to the unfortunate circumstance of an alcoholic family?
Well, there's many answers to that question. On one level, this would help anyone, even if they don't even want to touch their past lives. We didn't need to touch their past lives to do this session, if that's what you mean. So we
Yes,
didn't go into
that is
past lives.
exactly what I mean. This is the nature of the question. I'll get you to continue in a second. Is that this may be one of those private sessions where past lives may not have featured front and center.
Right. And obviously, always the past life dynamics influence your present life dynamics. But setting that all aside, if you want to take this session at face value, if if you want a better relationship, you believe in one lifetime, you don't want to deal with the heebie-jeebies of past lives, you can benefit from this one, and it won't even touch you.
Okay, so there may be a lot of people in that camp that don't want to deal with past life heebie-jeebies and that's all, energy healing is just, whatever their particular mindset is, that have gone through traditional therapy and it may or may not have, assisted them. But what is it about? So two things. One is buying this session, watching it, and tapping along with it that will help them. That's the first question.
Well,
I'll get you to answer that one first.
well, these are core issues that, Marvin, you know that I come from a long, proud line of stinking drunks. So I've been researching this stuff my whole life. This
Yep.
session is the epiphany of all of my research to benefit this couple and all those out there, because it's so subtle, and anyone who, it's so subtle and so intangible
Mm-hmm.
that people don't know how to make the connections. It almost takes someone with my skills of perceiving an energy to show someone the connections. And and usually when someone will show you yourself when you're an adult child of alcoholic, you don't want to be seen. You don't want to, you know better. That's one of the traits is nobody can tell you shit. You know everything. You got it all handled. You're on top of everything. But when someone with a skill that you don't have has at least that skill and does perceive an energy, it's a way to pin that issue down so people can accept the help in a different way.
Mm. I think there's actually a combination of the fact that you do perceive in energy and are able to uh, get to the core issue and get the scalpel out way better, quicker, faster, more effectively, more efficiently than a lot of other methods of traditional therapy. That's the first one. So the fact that you
Yeah.
do have that skill, plus you are then one of your core tools is SFT tapping to then shift stagnant energy. So even if the client, those that are watching the video, may not fully understand what's going on behind the scene, the simple act of doing the taps does shift stagnant energy, and they may not feel it in the moment, but they will get they'll feel something at some point.
Well, in this session, it's very entertaining to watch because the evidence is in the doing. The 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 man in the relationship resisted me on, and he's done sessions. I love him. He's really adorable and dynamic. But he fought me on the first tap, which was we release hating Cindy. So we release hating our partner. And his argument with me, I don't hate her. I go, good, then there's no problem. You release hating her, there's nothing to release. So what's the big deal? Just go through the motion of it. And then I asked her how she felt, and she felt really good. And we said these painful things like we release thinking that we've dumbed it down. We release that feeling like we've settled, or we release being embarrassed of each other. And then I'd ask them, how do you feel in that? And they felt really good in doing these tests because It's the unsaid truth. We're addressing the unsaid truth that comes between individuals in a relationship.
In this private session, both the clients, the man and the woman, they are in fact adult children of alcoholics. Is it unusual for similar or people of similar background to come together? Is that unusual or is that quite common?
Well, in this case, they're both dynamic, and because they're doing the SFT work, they're both trying to transcend it. But what happens in relationships with an adult child of an alcoholic is they try to find someone who mimics the dysfunction of their parent or their family.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's
That's so, but is that deep, deep, deep below, this the psychology of things? I mean, I'm sure if they had a the rational mind would go, that's really messed up. That you actually seek that which you are trying to overcome. And that
right.
as an
But
idea, that's fairly messed up. But you're saying deep, deep, deep
it's common.
down. Wow.
And then if anyone has done therapy on it, there's definitely a connection between your partner and the dynamic with your partner of that same sex. So so it's like if you think that love is abuse, think if you're a baby and you receive abuse as a baby, you're going to associate abuse with love. And so you're going to attract an abusive partner to get that love, which is messed up. So it's really important for billions of people out there that they untangle those messages that they've internalized so they can know love is love, normal is normal, and
Abuse is
embrace it.
abuse.
Abuse is abuse. Not that these two people are abusive, they're not. They're a normal, loving relationship, but they both have been victims of abuse.
Yes, unfortunately. These are really important topics. I think it's relevant to a fairly unfortunately large cross-section of the community. And so I'm very grateful that we're making these available on the Genuine Healing website, and allow many people to benefit from it. So that you benefit from it, jump onto the Genuine Healing website, genuinehealing.com with a J. It's on the bottom of your screen, so it's easy to find. Jump onto the purchase page, scroll down, you'll find a section featuring pay-per-view videos. It's very affordable, and it's a great resource for you. So please avail yourselves of this fantastic resource.
Or gift it to someone else who is struggling, please.
Even better. That's a great idea. And of course, this is really an entry into the issue and what you can do to help. So those that do then watch this might be inclined to book a private session with you to help accelerate their own healing.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jen. Thanks for helping us showcase this session. I know you're exhausted because you've literally just got off the session.
It was really
They
long, too.
Yeah, it
It
was a
was
bit of a
long.
marathon. I was in my office and working alongside you, but not in the healing session itself. So yes, it's an important topic. It's an important issue. There's a great resource. Avail yourself of it. Jump onto the Genuine Healing website. Thanks, Jen, for showcasing this. Thanks to the listener for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, and look forward to catching you next time. Bye for now.
Bye for now, everybody.